But if I, but, huh? What? What's that? Sorry, I'm a little bit disheveled this morning. I don't think I slept very well, but that's to be expected. My name is Storie Grubb. Welcome to the Storie Grubb Club, and it's the hub of all things Storie Grubb, and oddly enough, club. You got your Norwegian clubs. You got your caveman clubs. Really smack rocks with it. Anything big. You put something at the end of a stick, and you aim it at somebody. Becomes a threat. You take that threat, you monetize it, and you turn it into a commodity. Commodity turns into community, and community turns into love and value and friendships, as we all know. So, just in case you didn't know, welcome. And I don't. The exits are one over here, one over there, and one directly behind you, at the foot of the store. Um, behind the curtain is the. Are you doing okay back there? Is the coffee. I call it the coffee maker. Um, I don't really know what happens behind the curtains, but if you see anything happening behind me while we're talking, just let me know. And maybe we can get to the frog bottom of it together. All right. This coffee is it's just the wrong cup. I think that's from the other day, and there's little green things floating in it. I call those lily pads, coffee lily pads. Lots of frog references this morning, folks. After all, Halloween is just around the corner. And I think this year, me and my brother are going to be the Frog Brothers from the Lost Boys. Do you remember that? And the failed spinoff? No? It's not worth it. I mean, it's worth it. It would have been, I think it would have been cooler if, I mean, I like Corey Haim's character in Lost Boys, but I think it would have been rad if he and, the two Corys were the Frog Brothers. I never really thought about that until now. I would have liked to have seen that version. But Corey Haim played that younger brother part like spot on, so I can't. And of course, Feldman did the Frog Brother perfectly too. But I always forget who the other actor was that played the other Frog Brother. I don't know if he was in much of anything else. And then I actually liked his character a lot too. He was pretty funny. My brother and I were like those guys like when we were growing up. Always had stakes and hammers in our backpack just in case we came across a big cow that had, you know how cows have 4 hearts. Well, vampire cows have 6 hearts because of the extra blood they need to fill up their bodies and pump, you know, pump blood through their hearts. So they have 6 hearts. So you have to really just get in there with the steak. It's funny, steak on steak. It's a little redundant, but I think it's right up your alley. No, it's no. I know. You're plotting ways to destroy me right now. I know. I'm planning ways to love you, though. Just so you know. Well, just so you know, I'm planning ways to love you, darling. There's a song in there. Just so you know, darling. Yes. It's gonna be a hit. So right now I'm working on a drawing from a friend named Jonold. His name's John Mantooth. And he's in a band called Mantooth. And he's right up my alley when it comes to music because he's a rock and roller, but he also dresses up when he goes on stage in like all sorts of wacky costumes and stuff. And that's the band's logo right there. And it's not going to be what he wanted, but I'm going to give him a big ass piece of art anyways. He probably wanted something like this big. But it's been so long since he commissioned it that I'm going to do it this big. And I'm probably going to draw a lot of it here online on your tube. On your tube. But I'm scared. I'm scared. I just don't know what to do. Okay. So that's when you just start. That's when you just start. You're not going to be able to see any of these details, by the way. You're just going to be annoyed that I'm not sure. But if you want to see it ever, just let me know. I'll hold it up to the camera. I hope everybody is doing well this fine summer morning. Hope you and your families are doing good. Safe and sound. Just asleep at the wheel. I mean, in bed, sleep safely, dreaming. You can dream about driving, but don't sleep and drive. Wasn't trying to encourage that. Lord knows what happened last time. Whew. I still am in legal issues with Canada about that one. Whew. It wasn't my fault, Canada. It wasn't my fault. You should have seen the other guy. I'm using my. Oh, there. People are writing stuff? Shit, I didn't even. It's not showing anything on my phone. I'm sorry, people. I know, that's the thing. It's like, I'm sorry that I can't. Because it's really hard to have the camera. I can bring it closer. Let's try to bring it closer. It's hard to have the camera right in front of my face for the kind of work that I do. I've tried. This is very new to me, too, so I appreciate that feedback. I do. I can get a little bit closer, I'm sure. Because, no, I don't want it to be about me. I always chat. But I can do something like that. But I also wanted to have the. It's actually much better for me than probably you. That way I can make silly faces and no one can see what I'm doing. But is it dark? Is it weirdly dark? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. We're gonna fix it. Hey, that looks pretty good, actually. What I'm seeing on my tablet. 6 hearts. Somebody was actually listening. I didn't even realize you guys were writing. I'm sorry. I do look like a Mario Goob. I know. This wig is so stupid. I love it, though. I look like my sister. Like, my mom gave her a haircut when she was a kid, and it looked like she was, running around. My older brother, Augie, would, what's up, penis head? What's up, penis head? German helmet or something like that. So when I first learned about German helmet, I was like, German helmet? What's that? I was in the 3rd grade, and he's telling me all this stuff. Halloween just passed. Every day's Halloween here, my friend. I beg to differ. Oh, oops. Sorry, I'm just catching up with some of the comments. Better than we can see. Can't see silly faces. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna lay my tablet down a little bit. Okay. Sorry that I was not responding to you guys. I'm deeply sorry. Deeply sorry. So yeah, the only thing about this is that it's upside down, but it's a lot better than being 20 feet away from me across the room hello! You, over there! So, yeah, this is better. I like this. There we go. Anybody have any questions? I have sound effects for every question that you might have. And it looks like there's 14 of you, so that's 14 questions. I'll start. How about this? What's your favorite color? Mine's black and gray and white. And the frequency, not necessarily the color, but the frequency of yellow. Cadmium yellow, preferably. I love cadmium yellow. Medium is the best, in my opinion. Although light has its, cadmium yellow light has its, purposes. Porpoises. Hello, Karen. How are you doing this morning, Karen? Karen, can I ask you a question? Why? Why, Karen? I'm just playing. You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. I know it's a loaded question. It's a hard one to answer. But by God, we're here and we're going to answer it together. Forever and ever and ever. Because we're lost boys. We're lost children. I'm a Goomba. And this is Eternia. I'm one talented Goomba, I'll tell you that much. This wig is very versatile, though, my friends. I'm just gonna lay that out there on the line. I never take it off either. I only take it off to put others on. My head actually, if you take off the wig, it's actually just exposed brain. And my brain is very large, and it's just going boop, 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 constantly under the surface and vibrating every time I look at a squirrel. That's why trees are kind of dangerous. That's why I always have to wear cleat feet shoes from the Fleet Street factory. If you guys know where that is, write me and tell me where it is, because I need new shoes. Where the fuck is? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'm looking for my coffee. Found it. Hey, everybody out there, if you got coffee, drink it right now, right? Let's do it. Oh, that's not how I drink. How do you lips on the cup? Here we go. One sec. What the devil? Oh, swallow. Okay, right. Gotta try that again. Scalding hot. Perfect. I'm great, Karen. Were you the Karen that just wrote on one of my videos and said that you liked my art? I think you might have been. Cheers. Salud. I don't care who you are, where you come from, what you look like, what you wear. Well, unless you're wearing like a, Nazi outfit or a KKK outfit or something, then we have problems. But, other than that kind of stuff, I really don't care what you wear. I mean, you could be wearing a doggy outfit, not you, you'd be my best friend. But, in this channel, we don't take kindly to bullies or people that push their weight around or push their religions around. I talk a lot about religion, but in a very general, broad, worldly sense, because I don't think any one person should ever claim to have the answer, especially that of a god. Never speak for gods, my friends. It's not becoming of you. That's the job for extremists. We're not extremists. We're just trying to live. And let live. In Paul McCartney's case, you're more like live and let die. But that depends on where you're from and who you want to be when you grow up. And that's what it's all about, friends. Letting others live so that we can all be happy together. And like I always say, we get to know each other a little bit better, and then we just roast the shit out of each other. And we can all sit at the same table and do that, It's not a big deal. It's that kind of a day. Satan loves you. Satan loves you. Yeah, I think one of my friends unfollowed me, or like unsubscribed from me from that one. Because I think if you're a Christian, you should have a really good sense of humor, because, God gave that to you, first of all. But I think God has a great sense of humor when it comes to things. I mean, just look at nature itself and just how it is. I mean, if you believe in God and just how it all came to be. I mean, it's very it's a poetic, dark comedy. It's not a tragedy. It could be sometimes it could be it's everything you want it to be, really, because it really is all about perception. Do you think the fucking the bird that's getting eaten by a hawk, out of the sky or something like that, is thinking about, what did I do with my life? What have I done? What did I do? I didn't get this done. No, it's just like, oh, no, I'm getting eaten for some. Oh, here we go. Here I go. I don't know. there's no God in that. That's just nature. God is nature. So if I say I believe in God, but then you tell people like that, you know, here I go talking about religion. So let's not talk about religion. I'm just gonna change the subject. I'm gonna talk about the water heater. I stopped drawing. Chit chatting over here. You gotta keep me on my. You gotta keep me on my toes. How do you even pronounce? I'm just gonna call you Asai. 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 It's bad enough that I know your birthday and where you live and what you look like and all that because you left your ID at my house last night. But geez, now I can even pronounce your handle. And the handle is where it's at. If you know what I mean, just shake your fists in there. You know. If you know what I mean. Really interested to start learning how to. I need to start listening to like a lot more Dwight Yoakam and just start mimicking it like in the car so I can just like mimic his voice. Because I think I could do like a yodel. I think I can yodel. I almost just did it, but it would have been so. Because I have to use. I'm not like a. I'm not like a. Hey, Therma, we were just talking about you. Come on in and join the party, sweetie. That's my water heater. Her name's Therma. You want. What? You want to see her? Oh, you want to see what she looks like? Okay. Hold on. In the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner, but in this case you have to, because if you don't, she'll burn the fucking house. And there's that crickly noise that everybody loves so much. It comes with it. Nobody puts Therma in a corner. That's not the song. Well, I had the water heater. Anyways, so for you guys, it's a W. And I absolutely lost my train of thought. As one does. Oh, that'd be kind of cool if I could just make the whole thing John's head. I'll show you all John, what he looks like. Again. And then I'm going to send this, after I'm done with this, I'm going to send it to him. Man, I am... My brother Augie is just like roasting my brother and I like on Facebook Messenger right now at like 5 in the morning. Augie's the one that like got me into all sorts of fucking drugs at a way too early age and shit. My older brother. He's all saying my brother looks like Nancy Grace and shit. He's like, you look like Nancy Grace. Oh yeah, I was actually going to Messenger because I wanted to show you John. But he wants me to do like a sort of, and he said do a portrait, but this is what my friend John looks like. And that's how he performs on stage and stuff. So, like I was saying last night, he just started putting like a black thing over his front tooth or a gold. Like I don't know if it's supposed to be missing or something, but he's a really funny guy. And his band is really great. They're called Man Tooth. So if you look them up on MySpace or something like that, you know, they're really popular on MySpace. Oh yeah, but I was just thinking I could do like that picture of him, like a head. The whole thing could be a head. But I'd have to sketch some stuff out first. Droogs. Droogies. Hello, my little droogies. We're going to the Maloko. Gonna go eat some mushrooms with Luigi and his brother Squeegee. Squeegee does excellent work, finish work. He's the prodigy. Gets no credit. Gets no credit. Motherfucker. Hey, Squeegee, calm down. Calm down, Squeegee. It's not the time nor the place. I mean, no, actually, it's the time and the place for that right now. But just no harsh language like that. Oh, mamma mia! Oh, that's I don't think that's racist. Can you be racist against the human race just by like talking how people talk from different regions of the world, even though they do it themselves? I don't know what's racist anymore, and I don't care. All y'all look alike to me. Every single one I go outside and I'm just like, God damn, they all look like all humans. This fucking legs and arms. Some of them don't, but some of them don't have faces, but they do. It's like what? But they're all humanoid-looking people things. Oh my God, I said people. Now I'm gonna offend somebody. How's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yes, and yes, the hospital, the people are on their way. They're on their way to get me. Thank you for reaching out to them on my behalf. Not my behalf. Hey, Terry, just stay out of this, okay? Therma, I don't want to hear from you either. Yeah, you had your chance. Yeah? No? Friends, it's best just to stay out of this. This is between me and them. I'm sorry that you have to hear this. Good day, Passer. Good day, my Australian friend from the underworld. Good day. Good day to you, sir. I'm drawing again. I don't know what came over me. That's right, Therma. That's right, 3 times in a row. Mm-hmm. If anybody knows Morse code, please tell me what she's saying, because I've been acting like I understand for the last 3 years. That's right, Therma. 7 knocks in 1 dash. 7 knocks, 1 dash. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Dash 1. Yeah. Knock knock. Wait, she's making a joke. That is not funny. I get it. Not okay. Who's there? Huh? Speak up. Okay. Oh. Knock. Knock who? Knock me out. You're not gonna knock me out. You don't even have arms, you silly goose. Well, you don't have wings either, so you can't really be a goose. In order for jokes to be funny, people, they have to be like sort of like relevant and based in reality. In order to make my tickles take. Therma, that's enough. Therma. I'm so beautiful. I'm gonna sing her to sleep. Therma, knocking away in the corner. Go back to sleep now. You know I love you, but you're so goddamn loud. You know I love you, but you. Come on, baby. Come on now. Come on, darling. Come on, darling. Let's go back to sleep. You remember the days when you used to be all quiet and shit? Well, Thelma, you know I love you. You know the world, it stops for you. We're all here to let you know, baby, that we're all here to watch us make love in the corner with... Wait, whoa. No. That's not what I was... Huh? What the hell? Sorry, sweetie. I thought that was 4 knocks, not 3, but I misinterpreted what you said. Okay, my bad. My bad. Oh, Therma. She's all feisty right now. I didn't mean it. It was a joke. I'm live. I have to say stuff. I have to do things. Otherwise, people will subscribe and like and all that kind of stupid stuff. I don't want them to do that. I want them to be completely distracted the whole time. Okay. Can anybody else help me out with that? Can somebody else tell her? What should I tell her? Oh my gosh. She's dying. Hands in the hands. Well, I always tell her that she's full of hot water. now I have proof. That's actually that sediment. That water heater is it's on its death throes. That's the sound of a water heater with its death throes. The sediment is rising to the top as one old man once walked on water, sort of thing, you know. So the sediment is kind of like the man that walked on water. When it sinks, it goes into limbo, which is the first level of hell. And it goes there and it saves all the people in there to freeze them first. They all get on up to Kevin there, where Kevin lives and stuff. And then Kevin comes on down and sprinkles his fairy dust on everybody else down here, and then all the other levels start bleeding into one. And there's war and famine and love and justice and all sorts of beautiful things will be happening. And water heaters all over the world will, well, golly gosh darn dang. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Therma. We all love you so much, darling. Go back to sleep now, honey. I love you. So goddamn much. Okay. So I've got to sort of map this out. What the hell was I just saying? Where have I been for the last 5 minutes? So right now I'm just like drawing these little teeny lines with a pen. This is in French, I think it's called pen. So if there's any Frenchards watching, or in South France, I think they call you South French, so, or Burgundies or something like that. I don't even know. Who cares? But I mean, I don't think you care. French people are so cool. I was French for about 5 minutes back in 1998. And that was like the coolest time of my life, I'll tell you that much. Not worth talking about. So, basically, you take the French, in French, pen, le pen, and I guess that's French, Spanish, Canadian, Welsh as well. So, you twist the cap off, and you, what the hell? Oh, okay. First, it comes like this. You unpackage it. Imagine I'm just getting it in the mail. Oh my god, it's in a box in the packaged. I'm taking all the stuff off it. Oh my gosh, I'm unraveling. It's like my birthday. It's like Christmas. What's going on here? Oh my god. Holy crap, what is this? Sharpay Ultra Fine Point? Ultra Fine Point. Permanent heart marker. Hey, that's an M. That's the same marker. The same shape. Okay. So is that like fate? That's kind of like fate, I think. Yeah. And then this little thing on the bottom, that's the butt. You don't ever want to touch it, like I'm doing right now. You don't want to do that. That's for darn sure. So basically, you take the take the cap off, and you find out a way to hold it. In my case, I hold it in this hand. Other people will hold it with this hand. Other people hold it with both hands, and that's for another channel. And then you kind of make sure the cap's on, because if you never take the cap off of the pen, never, because it throws off the balance. Have you ever seen Kill Bill? Have you ever seen any movie based in reality on ninjas? How the balance of the blade is what's important to the grade. And take the pen after you're done doing your tricks and stuff. In my case, that's as much as I can do right now. I don't want to impress you too much. And then you just start drawing. And in this case, because the ink in these is just so cheap, you have to go over the same line like 17 times. In this case, 16, because there's 16 people watching. I like to make art imitate life. And then you just kind of keep drawing and doing stuff until you like what you did. And then if you go around, you can ask people, hey, look at my drawing. You love it, right? And that's the best way to ask people, because then they have no choice but this. Because then you have like every once in a while people are like, no, that's awful. And then you know what to do. You know what to do when you meet people like that. I told you that in the last episode on the other channel. But I can't say it here because I'll get in trouble again. And I'm not alone. But anyways, so then you take the pen, you keep drawing. My My cat's out here somewhere. I'm terrified. Help me. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's cool, everybody. I can hear her breathing. No, I'm just trying to teach you how to draw, so I'm not trying to. No funny business. No reasonable suspicion. No jurisdiction, and no probable cosmos. Probable cosmos. Probable. How do you spell probable? Cosmos. That's the name of my new band. Besides Rad Stewart, I'm gonna start a band called Rad Stewart. All right, here we go. Hey, Fresh Cup of Joel. Everybody should go check out Joel's channel. So Joel actually is the one that sort of inspired me to do it like this too, because I was like, wait a second, that's like that would kind of work. Plus, I like being able to like look into the camera every once in a while, where I look like one of those little mushroom people that homie mentioned. But it's not like, well, it's just really like I said before, when the phone's right here, and there, you can see the detail. But then I move around a lot because I'm so scatterbrained, and then like I have to draw over or around my phone, and it's really hard to draw like that. So this is like great for me, but I need to now I need to figure out how to fine tune it for everybody else. You know, maybe run it down a little bit. Just you know what I mean. Just as the funny bone business. That's what we're all in right now. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm reading some of your comments now. Yeah. Good. Well, thank you, Asaya, Asayake. Asayake. I think I can pronounce that. Asayake. If I'm sounding weird, I don't mean to. But it was nice having you stop by. I appreciate it. Are you French? Cool. I don't speak French. I wish I did. Oh shit, Joel does, or maybe he does a little bit, because he's French, Spanish, Canadian connection. So, and I think that's based in Italy, right, Rachel? He's Italian, French, Canadian. Only by blood. Well, I thought you said step. No, that's not what Joel sounds like either. You did. Cool. Because this way, because I also draw when I draw like this a lot, and I like flip it around, and so sometimes you will see it like this. I guess that's still this the way it was, huh? No, it'll be like, wait, what the hell's going on? Doesn't matter. You get the point. I move around a lot when I draw, so when I'm stuck there, just drawing around my phone, I actually produced like a lot of art like that in the past few months, but it's just after a while, I'm like, God dang, I can't draw like this anymore. I just can't do it. I can't shake them. Stay on target. I can't shake them. I don't even know if he's like, I don't even know if he's gonna like this. But I figure once I get past the M, because that's like the only thing in this that's kind of holding my imagination back right now, because I just want to make sure that that looks okay. Because the M is going to be pretty much just white with a little bit of like, you know, this kind of stuff underneath the armpits, just to make that white part pop out a little bit more, cross hatching or whatever. But so then I'll start filling it in, and I think I'm gonna use pencil and sketch out like his face or something, and just kind of do like a once. So when you stand back, you see this huge ass face with a little M in the middle. But it'll be like super abstract, but I'll try to make it look like John. Man, and then I'm actually working on another commission too. It's crazy. And I fucked up royally at work yesterday, man. I was supposed to cover somebody, and I didn't open the store. I feel so stupid. Oh my god, I feel so stupid still. I was supposed to cover my coworker, and I was out and about with my family all morning, and like the store didn't get opened until 2. I cannot believe I did that. Oh my god. So yeah, man, I was just like devastated when I got there, and I still didn't know that it was like my day to cover my friend, and then my one of the people called me and told me, and I was just like, oh my god, because it came so fast, and I didn't even like make a note of it or anything. I just thought I would remember or get reminded or something, but totally nobody's fault but my own. I was so fucking stupid. So I'm going over there to work today again, but it's just so gnarly working from like being there from 9:30 to 6:30 by yourself, like all day long, not even a break. I mean, there's a lot of downtime, sort of. Even, but when it's there, it's still kind of like it's not really downtime because I'm still stressed out, and people can like walk in, and I mean, it happened yesterday. I was trying to eat, and people just kept interrupting me while I was eating and stuff. And then it makes you look like because they don't understand how the store works, and I always feel like what the customer sees, it's like they just see somebody like looking lazy behind the counter eating and stuff, and I hate that. You know, I'm like old school when it comes to customer service. I don't know why. Like a lot of people don't care about that stuff, but I just sort of have I have higher standards of myself at the job, at least. To a certain degree. I'm not gonna like. There's people that come in when where their energy is. I mean, they're just like, "Where's your cheapest dog treat? You got any discounts on treats?" It's just the way they talk to you, just like, no, our treats are over there. You'll be nice, but you don't have to be like. But that's the thing. It's like people don't understand. It's like if they'll say something like, "Hey, we're on the road, and we're looking just for something simple and cheap," and I'd be like, "Follow me." You know what I mean? I got just the thing. But if you walk in being a freaking, a bump on a flopping log, then a bump on a flogging molly, then you're gonna get the short end of the stick every time. That's what I don't understand about people that are just immediately rude. It's weird because you understand it like immediately too, because people will be like, I'm talking about customer service now, so you can look at me now, look at my dumbass. But but yeah, people will just there's such a psychology behind it, and the movie Clerks actually pretty much nailed it because of how they because Randall is in the video store, so there's two different versions of the customer service angle, and from two different people from two different sides, and of course they're both Kevin Smith. Randall is like all the stuff that Kevin Smith wanted to say, or people like us want to say to people, and Dante is just like he's the everyman, and that's why that movie is so rad because it was just even though it was kind of silly and way I mean, beautiful because it was so cheaply made. When I was a kid, I always thought that was the avenue me and my friends were gonna go. And yeah, we all split apart. But then because we all made movies as kids and thought about movies, loved everything movie, and here I am just still going gung ho at it 100,000%. A lot of us are still doing it in our own ways, but like a lot of my friends are actors and writers, and my brother Jared, he's he was actually in that movie, The Last Blockbuster or something. I think it's called The Last Blockbuster, and it was set in uh, Bend, Oregon. That's where he lives, and he's the dude in it. He's like the big dude that lives in Bend, but he's like a art. He's like a music and theater and movie critic, and he like interviews bands when they come through town, and he's just like he's been there since he was like a kid in Bend, so he like knows all sorts of people, and he's a fascinating dude. But anyways, it's like so we all like I have a lot of friends that are still involved in things to a certain degree, but I always thought that we would just come together at some point instead of being so scattered and do something big. And I'm hoping that when I was telling this to my friend last night, Matt, my accordion player, because he came on here, that I'm hoping that I can, because I'm gonna try to make a movie like here very soon, on top of everything else I'm trying to do. But the kind of movie I want to make, I have to just go like I have to be this person for like a while, and even if it's just a few days or something like that, just to be because I would have to grow like a handlebar mustache because he's a country western star, and I have like a mullet wig and stuff like that that I would wear. And I would be booking shows under this name and filming them and doing weird shit on stage and as a country as a country western singer, and it would just not what you'd expect from that, but in a charming, gentle kind of way, if that makes sense. Like not I wouldn't out to like offend people, just offend people or something like that. Like just talk shit about religion or cowboys or something like that. Because my families are, my dad's a cowboy, so I'm like, I come from a long line of cowboys and sheriffs and cops and war people and stuff. So and that's why I guess I am what I am now. I'm the culmination of all that. Suck it up, America. I could fucking change tomorrow for all I know. Who knows? This happened just overnight. But um, I love the idea of being able to just like, because I am, like I was telling Pastor, I've been talking to these producers and stuff about this idea, or a producer, and then he's going to talk to his buddy who actually has made movies and worked with other people who have made released films and stuff. And I think my idea, I mean, you know how you got to have like an ego to a certain degree. You have to believe in yourself. There's a difference between being full of yourself and believing in yourself. I believe that the idea would take off, and it could even be like a series or something. But I also have other characters that I think would be very believable. People would believe it if I brought them out into public, and they would just be like, "What?" Like, especially if there was like a legit camera crew. Like, imagine like sort of like a Spinal Tap sort of thing, where and you would see this cowboy guy walking around, maybe with hopefully with a band or something, or but would there be a camera crew, and so like people would just assume because there's a camera crew there that it would be more like a documentary, like they're following him around because he's important, like he's legit or something, and that's how I would want it to look. Like he was, it wouldn't be pranking, but it would be more like and always hesitate to say this, but be more like Borat or Jackass kind of stuff, where you blur the line between sketch and like reality with real people experiencing this guy and listening to his songs, and they're not like any other country western songs they're gonna have ever heard necessarily. Like they would be considered like outlaw country pretty much, but even like outlaw of outlaw, because of just the stigma of in the traditional kind of music that comes out of that genre. um, But I think it's funny. It's like when I think about country western music, I'm like, has there ever been anybody that's come out like, is there a gay country western? I'm not saying that Blight would come out as gay, but I'm not even sure anymore. I don't listen to um, mainstream music or anything. And is there a country western singer that's openly gay? I don't know. There could be. No, but I've never heard of it. Or like one that came out as atheists. Like, is that a thing? And then people still follow because I think that'd be funny, just to like Blight becomes an atheist or something, or just explores different religions or something like that, or philosophies, and he goes on stage and he's like, "Howdy, everybody! I've been practicing Buddhism." Oh, buckaroo! But I don't know. I just think it would be kind of funny. Plus, you would get some interesting reactions from people. Like, and I think it would be funny too to like stage stuff too, to where you could have like fake bottles and have them throwing them at me, like the sugar glass bottles and stuff, and they're just like the Blues Brothers, chicken wire. That thing wasn't open. This thing slides shut. Hey, sorry. But I have a friend in Idaho named Matt who plays the accordion, and he plays like on all of my recordings. He played with me for like 10 years, and I think he would be so much fun to be in the thing because he would be such a great character for it because he's a fucking character and he's a genius. He's a brilliant lyricist and songwriter and funny dude. And he, just put a camera on him and it would be the funniest thing. But at first, I think it would have to be sort of like really low budget and just I want to see like, oh man, how long was that out? How long was I out? I just been talking to. I'm sorry. for the challenge? How do you know what people who eat sugar with their nose look like? Why, you got some? You look like you have carrot for nose on your forehead. Okay. I've done if you're talking about cocaine, if you want to use big boy words, yeah, I've done cocaine. Oh gosh, you look like you have done things in the past with your life, and made mistakes and done things and learned from them. And no, I didn't learn from that one. I got a bunch of coke over here. Do you want some? Come on. Oh, I've also smoked crack, dude. But I don't understand. I talk about drugs all the time. You look like drug person. It is wrong to do drugs. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. I'm not ever going to tell people what they can or can't put in their fucking bodies. Except when it comes to the government. Government needs to keep their nose out of people's fucking bodies. And other people need to keep their fucking beliefs out of other people's bodies too. Stupid ass motherfuckers. Little chicken wire bots coming out of nowhere, thinking they own the place. Chicken wire bot. Oh yeah. Anyway, any more questions? Look crude. Man, what time is it? It's almost 6. Gosh, I gotta get going here pretty soon. But I'm happy to have gotten this started. Because that means, well, I can finish it. Sheldon's rad, and he's, the mural is gonna be like right in the front window of this like awesome business in downtown of this town right down the street from our town. All the towns are so close here, it's kind of wild. If you get on the, that's how it is in the coast too. You drive like 10 miles and you go through like 6 towns and stuff. It's really cool. And they all sort of look the same, but they're all just a little bit different. Oh, so what were you asking, Joel, about buying something? Thank you. Sorry, I'm just reading them. How could I get? You mean like get a drawing for yourself? Um, I mean, God, I'm so scatterbrained. It's like I have tons of art, but if you want like a print or something, I have prints of some like really detailed stuff that I could. If you shoot me a message on Instagram or something, or something, we'll figure out the price. But because shipping to Canada would be different, a little bit more pricey. But we could definitely talk about it. Or if there's one of these that you've seen, like the last one, what was it? Let me see. I mean, I never really finished this one, but like I just wanted to get started on my friend's commission. But you know, there's ones like this that I've done out here that you've seen me working on and stuff. So I don't know if you're interested in like something like this, like an original, or whatever. But we can definitely have that conversation. But it's weird. I wish that YouTube had like a email or something. They don't really do that. So you're not, and they sort of encourage you to not go off the site and do stuff, but in a whatever way. But I don't understand how you're not supposed to do that if they don't let you do like business on here, sort of, But I guess through email too, storiegrub@gmail. Yeah, because that's the thing too, and not to. This is just I'm just speaking in generalities because like people now that I know you, it's a whole lot different, and other folks on here too are, But so if you're asking, I understand like you're more than likely serious, But there's always people that are like, I want one, I want to buy that, and I'm like, okay, and then they just like disappear or something. But then they also then there's some people will come back over and over and say, I want to buy that, I want to buy your stuff, I want to buy. And I'm like, okay, I get it, you want to buy my stuff, but you never do, because I have tried to like give, you know there was somebody on here that kept asking me, and then I finally gave them my Gmail, and they contacted me through there, and they were trying to get me to go to TikTok for some reason, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? They're like, I wish you could like see my stuff on, and like we're here to talk about the art, selling art, and now you're asking me to go to like somewhere else, and I'm like, no, I don't have TikTok, I don't like TikTok, I don't even like Instagram to be honest, but it's because it's just so Instagram's just gross. YouTube's rad because I've actually been able to build like Joel, I'm sure you understand with your channel now. You can build a community. And I had no idea that I was just looking for like subscribers just so I could monetize my channel kind of thing, when I first started doing this like crazy. But then I started realizing, God damn, there's so much more to it than that. Especially when you go live, I feel like you know, there's a camaraderie in there somewhere that I do not get from other social medias. And it's obviously there's people on here that see I put sugar up my nose and because they can't spell cocaine or something like that. But but most of the time there's just rad ass people on here that are cool as hell and supportive for no reason other than just to be cool and supportive. And we just and I want to encourage people to do that because we need more people like that in the world, that don't just look at people like they're like everybody's like just the same fucking person. Like some guy last night was saying like was I didn't say I didn't say anything about anything, and this person just came out of nowhere saying like they love Trump, and I'm like, okay, great. And I wasn't giving them what they wanted, so they kept going. We won, and I'm like, who's we? Trump people or something like that. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what did you win? you know, what did you win? And there was of course no answer. It's like, what? This isn't a fucking game, dude. Like, fucking win, lose. For me, it's win, lose, or draw, bitch. I don't give a fuck about politicians. And that's the thing. He came to the wrong channel thinking that was like my bag or something like that. Like, oh yeah, oh darn it, the Democrats didn't win. Oh no. Like I give a fuck about the Democrats. It's like just come and hang out for a minute before you just assume something about somebody. If by all means criticize me or jump down my throat if I say like, well, the Democrats, they were gonna do all sorts of great things. If I start saying something like that, please shut me the fuck up. But wait for me to do that before you just say, "Oh, I won. We're gonna send you to the gas chamber," or whatever the fuck he was even getting at. Like, what do you win? You don't win prizes, you stupid ass. You're a fucking idiot if you think that's the case. Plus, I think they were like 13 years old. Besides that, pastor came by and put them in their place. But yeah, I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Be more specific. Like, just like when people come here talking about God, sometimes I'll be like, fucking be more specific. God loves me. What do you mean? How do you know that? Because God is everything or whatever. And it's just like, come on, dude. That's just boring. If you believe in God, you should have it. If you believe so deeply in something such as God, the eternal God in the universe, an infinite universe that He created. We're part of His creation. We speak for Him. That there's this heaven that we're going to go to. You will have an answer for the most simplest of questions like that. What do you mean? And no, Lord works mysterious ways bullshit. You'll have an answer, and a lot of you do, and I respect that to the core. But then there's people that are just tourists that ruin it for the rest of you. Extremists, tourists, cowards, bullies, predators. And those people get all the attention, or those people have all the power. And so the other people are afraid to speak up. There's executives in Hollywood and shit. I'm talking about it all, priests, well, all that shit. People get into those positions, and police officers, they get into these positions of power so they can abuse people further. Predators. I'm talking about predators. I'm not talking about everybody. But that's why you can't look at an entire swath of people and be like, you're all bad just because they're if even if they're all cops, you know, like the system is rotten, you know. That's why all cops, like my brother, actually, I was just talking about, he put this in a great way. He's like, all cops are bastards because the system is a fucking bastard and they have to work in that system. But individually, there are cops that do good things, and I've come into contact with a lot of them, and I have family that cops that are my family, but they're still working for that system, and they're still under control of that system. At the end of the day, and the system is racist. The system is classist. The system is against you. Um, and it's not the messengers down here that have the power to change it. It's the people on top that keep the system going for them. Meanwhile, this guy's saying that he won, and all I'm saying is I beg to differ. We have bigger fish to fry, and we can do it a lot faster together than sitting here bickering and moaning about what each other wear and what not wear. And you're wearing boots. I hate you. You're wearing a red hat. Of course, it's just like so stupid, man. People just like latch onto these labels, and then they criticize each other for having labels. But you all have labels too. Everybody has labels. So I have labels, I guess, but I don't like them. I'm not like desperate to be a part of something or some club or something besides my own club. That's why I am my own club, and you're all welcome in it anytime. What the hell was I just talking about? I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic. I'm getting hot topic. I know, that's exactly it, Joel. Gene. Hi, Gene. Didn't even see you, Sweetie. I'm sorry. Anyways, I just get worked up because people just have the audacity to act like these people at the top are on their side. And it's pathetic because you know what this reminds me of? It just reminds me of these desperate little people that have nowhere else to go but punching down. It's like just don't punch down. That's all I ask. Never punch down, man. It's just not. It doesn't look good on you, especially when the people at the top wouldn't don't think you're important enough to scrape off the bottom of their shoe. It doesn't take much for people to completely change their standard of how they look at other humans based on how much they live or how much they earn. They get to a certain level and they look at other people like they're lesser than. Not everybody, obviously, and that's my whole point in all of this is that you can't do that. So I'm not trying to do that. What I'm saying is that it's easier for people to fall into those things. Once you get to a comfort level, it's just people don't want to rock the boat, especially if they have kids, mortgages, all these things, you know. So they're not going to complain about things or want to rock the boat. And that's why there's such a huge fucking disparity between the poor and the rich in this country and in this freaking world. Because everything is siphoned to the top. Nothing trickles downhill except poverty and sickness and depression. Tell me again about the war on drugs and how that's working out. Billions and billions and billions and billions and trillions of fucking dollars later. Meanwhile, the fucking CIA is flooding us with cocaine all over the streets, or sugars, like that one very, very poignant person put it. Crack. Why, you got some? And it's crazy. It's like everybody loves a druggie until they like can make fun of one or like mock one. Like even my friends are like that. Like they listen to like the most hardcore motherfuckers, like Gigi Allen, who's like snorts crack off of whores' asses after he like molests them on stage and shit like that. But he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, I did meth once. I'm like, what the fuck? You mother, get the fuck out of my house. I'm like, what? Like, huh? We did meth together. What the fuck? It's just so crazy. Everybody's so fucking hypocritical about drugs. So stupid. It's like your mom was on crack when you were born. Shut the fuck up. It's true. Not my mom, but one of yours. It's like Blade. You know, it's like when he was born. You know, he was like his mom was bitten by Stephen Dorff and shit. So like Dorfin, Stephen Dorfin, Stephen Dorff and shit. Uh, so Blade, no, yeah, it was what's his name in it? What's his Stephen's character? Oh man, oh god, I can see him. That's like one of my favorite movies too. I can't think of his name. It'll come to me. Now, he's badass in that, Stephen. And but anyways, Stephen is character. The vampire is the one who bit Blade's mom when she was giving birth. That which induced her into labor, giving birth to Blade prematurely. But anyways, that's why Blade was half. He was a daywalker. That's why he's half vampire and half human. Um, but which is interesting just to think about. I don't know why that is. Yeah. Um, oh, I almost had it. I almost had it. It's like a short. Does anybody else know? Dang it. I forget his name. The first one's really good. I wish that they had better CGI back then because that movie would be perfect with the right kind of CGI and practical effects. At the very end, like the fight scene where like the blood, he got the blood god cover after Blade cuts him in half. It's kind of weird looking, but I still love the damn movie. But yeah, my point is, I forgot my point. Something about a baby and a vampire and art and some shit. There we go. Just had to cap that off. How are you, Gene? If you're still there. I gotta go to work here in a minute. Well, not go to work. I have to be there at 10, but I have to get ready. Feed the cat. Oh, sorry. Can't even see what I'm doing. So yeah, because I was talking about movies and then I started drawing again. But anywho, I'm gonna go. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Stays out of trouble or into trouble, whatever you prefer, as long as it's consensual and everybody's respectful and safe. Um, I really, really appreciate the company, the kind words, and the crack. It was great. We had a good time. Yeah, I love how it only lasts for like 20 seconds, but the come down is the come down is awesome. So yeah, this is great. Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, any more crack? So I'm just playing. I hope y'all have a good day. I love you and be kind. Rewind. It's important now more than ever.